My name is Dr. Gianni Bianchini. I'm a jazz pianist and vocalist and organist, originally from the South Florida area, and I live here now. Travel around as a recording artist, performing artist, and I work for Berklee College of Music's global partners in South America at La Universidad San Francisco de Quito, where I'm in charge of the piano department, and I teach jazz studies down there in South America. And I travel around, mostly in South America, performing and recruiting for the university. In addition to my solo career, and performing at various jazz festivals throughout North and South America. First of all, as an Italian American, Tony Bennett has been a big influence in our family, in our culture, and in our history. And his death was a big impact in me and in my family. So I figure that this show is a wonderful homage to the greatness that he's done as a musician for Italian Americans and for the Great American Songbook. My trio is going to take his timeless music and play it in the jazz style, in the jazz trio style. And you'll hear many of the great classics in a way that you've never quite heard them before. So that's why I wanted to celebrate the greatness that is Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett has a career that spans 7 decades. So I have to be honest, of all the shows that I've done, this has been one of the most difficult set lists to ever put together. I've done Frank Sinatra tributes and Nat King Cole tributes, and no disrespect to their greatness whatsoever. But this Tony Bennett tribute, there are so many wonderful songs. Because of You, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Who Can I Turn To, Just in Time. So many of these classics that he's created over the years. Putting together this set list has been one of the most difficult set lists that I've ever had to put together. And I've enjoyed every moment of it. You know, sitting down and thinking, oh, this is great. Oh, but then there's this song and then there's that song. So such a plethora of classics that Tony Bennett has contributed to our musical history. This has been the most difficult and the most fun that I've ever had in putting together the set list. And also, not just taking his songs, but like I was talking about earlier, reimagining them with the Type 1 trio, with my piano trio, not just, oh, okay, here's another Tony Bennett classic. Here's a Tony Bennett classic in addition to a new way that you've never heard it before. I feel that he has the perfect way of combining popular music with jazz. And that gets lost, especially with a lot of jazz artists. You know, many jazz artists are, this is my music and I'm going to play this way and you have to like what I'm playing. And I feel there can be that bridge to help connect the audience to bring them into what we're doing here on stage, and then bring what us jazz musicians do on stage into the hearts and minds of the audience. So bridges work best when they're two ways. That's how I try. That was some of the influences of Tony Bennett. And I've been playing here at the Arts Garage. I'm going into my 11th year now. I've been involved here, working, performing, fundraising, many different aspects for 11 years. And this place is very special to me. It's located in Delray Beach. My family's from here. My father's been working in Delray Beach since 1979. So the family business is here. My life is here. So to see this place kind of grow to what it is today is spectacular. I mean, it's always been great, but every time I come here, there's always something new and better. And as a South Florida, Palm Beach native, that's wonderful to see that this community is growing. As a performer, I definitely feel as this place has grown, I've grown as well. I'm definitely far more of a mature player as I am now. When I started playing here, I was in my early 20s. And I've definitely grown, not just as a musician, but as a person. And most musicians don't really understand that kind of development, that how important it is, not just to grow musically, but as a person, because as you grow as a person, you can relate to people. And music is a way of relating to people. So if you know how to relate to people, your music can relate to people better. I definitely feel my maturity has contributed to my music, to being more beneficial, more accessible. Of course, yeah. So on bass, I'll be playing with my friend Ross Cratter. Ross and I have known each other for 12 years now, 13 years. We met in New York City. I used to live in New York, did the whole jazz thing for a while. Couldn't take the winters, so I came back to sunny South Florida. But I met Ross there many years ago. And he's always been a loyal friend and a wonderful musician. Ross has toured all over the world. And he I have to say, one of the most professional, if not the most professional musician I've ever met. Ross can play it all, extremely dedicated. I just got off the phone with him, confirming the set list, fine tuning little things. He is among the most professional and dedicated musicians I've ever worked with, and it's going to be a pleasure for him to come down here. It's his first time here at the Arts Garage, so he's very excited. And on drums, one of my older drummers, who, and I don't mean that just in age, Phoenix, is the great Phoenix Rivera. Phoenix, originally also from New York, has been living down here. But Phoenix is one of the most accomplished musicians that I've ever played with as well. Has had a multi-decade career playing with the greats of the greats. My last piano performance down here with my trio, I played with Phoenix, and he brings so much energy and excitement and personality into the music, in addition to his professionalism and his technicality. But he has the ability to really not just play the notes, but to make the notes come to life, to make the show come to life, to give it a soul. And also, Selena Baker. Tony Bennett has collaborated with countless vocalists, and Selena Baker will be joining me for this performance on a few numbers to highlight his work as a duet artist. And she is an accomplished vocalist as well, originally from Detroit. Wonderful to have her down here, and she's located in Fort Lauderdale as well now. And I perform a lot with her. It's wonderful to bring her into the Arts Garage as well. Her first time, I believe, as well here as well.